Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello and welcome back to the channel where today you join me at McLaren Palm Beach for the collection day of not one, but two McLaren Sennas. Not only that, this is a complete coincidence. The cars belong to friends who I joined actually over a year ago in the UK at the McLaren Technology Centre to do the specs of them. So that was back the same day I was doing the spec of mine. And the coincidence now is that I'm here in Florida as part of my tour in the USA on the very day that these cars are now ready to be handed over. So let's go inside then and see the covers coming back on two brand new Sennas. On the way in then, there are some lovely cars outdoors as well as inside the showroom at the moment. So we've got the 720S Coupe, we've got a 600 LT Spider, the orange standing out an awful lot next to that, two 570Ss, I like the blue as well in the sunshine. We've got another 720S, we've got a 570 GT, another 720S, next to that an Acura NSX, over that side a DB11. Let's come round and go check out inside. Welcome to McLaren Palm Beach. Let me show you inside here then, before we head through towards the back. This 600 LT is in Luminaire green. Just check that out. Actually, that's really good. We'd like to see that in the sunshine too. We've got a new 720S Spider as well. Of course, McLaren have now taken the roof off the 720. You've got these clear kind of glass buttresses as well. Check this out. If you look kind of over your shoulder, you can actually see through it. Very clever. And then we've got a 570S over on this side as well. But we are going to head through towards the back where the Sennas are lying in wait. Behind this wall then is the delivery room, the collection bay where the two Sennas are waiting, and we are joined today by Rene from McLaren Palm Beach.
All right, Shmee, let's do it.
Let's get the wall opened up and take a look at these cars before we're going to be able to pull the covers off. And this is the full delivery experience here.
That's it. McLaren Palm Beach, this is what you get.
So, the unmistakable shapes of the two Sennas awaiting the covers to be removed, and of course the owners have requested their privacy but invited us to come and take a look at these cars and share them with you. But there is no mistaking what lies underneath those. When you can see the size of the wing, you can see the snorkels. But where are we going to begin? Which one should we start with?
No, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one would you like to do?
I think we should start right here. So these cars are both around number 400 or so, which means they were at the beginning of their spec process while I was at the end of mine. Of course, why mine came a few months before, and these have had to come over to the US. But shall we do it? Shall we pull back the cover? And this is a particularly special spec. Wait for it. Here we go. The full exposed carbon fiber body with all of the red accents that you can see around the car as well, around the lights, with the aero blades that you have inside there, even the underside there of the piece that you have over the hood, the calipers, the center locks around the sides. Oh, look at that interior as well. Red shift paddles, the red center stripe, harnesses, the seat pin striping around towards the back. What a spec. The Senna logo you can see there inside the carbon as well in the lacquer. Of course, being out in the US, we've got the US spec exhaust, the dual exhaust pipes. Look at this. Look at this, the full exposed carbon fiber. What an option for making the car look stunning, look absolutely spectacular. Everything, even the carbon roof sections, these aren't normally carbon fiber. In fact, normally you'd have just gloss black, you could have the roof glass. But shall we pull back the other one as well, or shall we have a quick look at the interior of this first? Come round and check this out. Inside, oh, very nice. The Ayrton Senna signature. We've got the red accents as well around the steering wheel, but completely and totally brand new. Look at this. That's actually a really nice way of bringing a flash of color to the inside. You've got the door gas struts too, but the red harnesses go incredibly well with that. Full carbon, full gloss carbon everywhere around the inside of the car, and of course the side windows too. But I think we should probably do the second reveal as well, shall we? And then we will see the two Sennas side by side. I'm actually really excited. It's not even my collection day. And I'm like, I feel completely part of this. This is epic. So let's do it. Wow, look at that. Look at that spec. Very MSO'd paintwork. You've got the silver, you've also got the completely straight black, you've got the Papaya Spark, the McLaren kind of traditional color with the pinstripes accents around it. That is highly bespoke. In fact, both of these cars are very heavily MSO'd, and I actually quite like the way the flashes of silver come around the four different corners of the car. The wing left completely dark in color, but all exposed carbon, of course, gloss carbon. Wow, look at that. Look at the way the stripe comes underneath the back of the wing, down towards the rear. This is a stunning, stunning spec, and this is, well, literally the time both of these cars are being revealed for the first time, and we are here to take a look at them inside the showroom. This is pretty special, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. This car, well, you remember, you were there that day at MSO. They're both, and excuse me, I didn't move that over, but all of these, we kind of took the same kind of cues inside the interior.
With the pinstriping around the seats, you've got the contrast stitch that matches with the orange exterior, the 12 o'clock stripe.
And we did all this in satin finish. This one came out in gloss, so we wanted to do something a little different. You could tell it's Florida, as you could see the umbrella there. Yeah,
right now that's what we need. It goes from boiling hot sunshine and humidity to pouring rain the next minute. I actually quite like the combination of the silver center locks with the orange calipers.
Right.
The way that gives you the same color scheme as the bodywork.
So we wanted to have a flow during the whole car. During our spec session was really long that day.
Yes.
So we did the perimeter. We kind of followed some of the cues. And this is what they call the Champions theme. So the Champions theme, we actually modified that theme. So we had this in carbon. We had this come down there. Everything finished in Papaya Spark.
Okay,
Pretty cool. We did the aero blades in Papaya Spark as well.
Yeah.
So I think it came out pretty sweet. Some of the perimeter striping around the intake.
Oh, I hadn't actually noticed that before. Yeah. The way it's got the additional cues around here. I think one of the craziest thing with the Senna is that literally no two cars are the same.
No.
And even you just see these two, which are both heavily MSO'd cars, spec'd basically on the same day at the factory.
Right.
And here they are with completely different finishes and appearances. I'm quite interested as well by, this almost harks back a little bit to me of the concept that they made.
Right.
It's a bit like the Vision GT car in the game.
So when they first showed that car, we kind of went back and forth on some of the colors. Actually, we have our own twist to it. We did, if you look at here, we had these, everything in orange is done in Papaya Spark.
So, that's actually really cool having those painted in a contrast color.
Yep. We actually did these too. They weren't available, but MSO is sending us these also in Papaya Spark.
Okay.
So kind of the way it came out on 417.
Yeah.
So it's you'll see them just like that.
Okay, the kind of flashes of red, and the underside of the wing on here as well. But the complete exposed carbon fiber body is, well, it will always be a rare option. It's a pretty insane thing to do, both in terms of, well, it looks visually incredibly impressive, and it carries the price tag to match, but it looks absolutely the part.
And we went back and forth with either doing the satin or the gloss, and I just think the gloss just came out absolutely stunning on the actual car, because it still does look like paint, you know?
For sure, and I think that's one of the things. If you do a full exposed carbon satin finish, the car almost gets a little bit lost. It loses a touch of the shapes and character to it.
Right.
If, however, you have the contrast, it works. But if you're doing the whole car, the gloss carbon is definitely the way to go. And also, I've just noticed the badge. That's really nice.
Yeah, that was a really nice touch.
The badge underneath the lacquer there, the silver badge, as opposed to the kind of physical badge that you would normally have on the bonnet of the car. But the red touches, well, it's kind of, they showed, McLaren and MSO showed a Senna like this in exposed carbon with yellow accents.
With yellow, that was when we were there, we were kind of going back and forth with that.
That was the car in the spec room.
Yep, that's
actually,
exactly what it was.
Thinking back, that, by the way, was the day, guys, after we had lunch, that I went and made the video of my car, I think in the kind of delivery room, being specced up and going through it all, which is crazy, because that was literally, I mean, over a year ago now, and here we are with the two cars.
You're Florida.
Yeah.
We got to visit to make sure the deliveries went correct.
Yeah.
Up to Schmee's specs.
Definitely. The timing is just unreal.
So, you know, funny part about this car has the push to drink system too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It has the MSO push. Oh, we've got to come and see that.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed before. We have got to come and have a look at this if you haven't seen it already, guys. This is something that was available through MSO to have basically the flask for drinking inside the car. So you have this carbon fiber flask, which you can pop out, refill with your favorite drink, whatever that may be. Probably don't drink and drive, but you can hook it up for, well, like endurance racing, but you have that between the seats, which was a quite fun option that they made available just for this car. And yeah, that's fitted in that. I don't think I've ever actually seen one fitted in a car, so that's pretty special as well.
Yeah.
and the sheer scale and size of the doors, the visual drama. I'm sure you all know from my videos and with my Senna, but this thing, you've got a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 back here, 800 PS, 800 metric horsepower. It's about 789 imperial brake horsepower, and you've got 800 kilos of downforce from the active aero, from the rear wing, the adaptive flaps that you have up at the front as well, and the car can also sit even lower down in a race mode. They're in their normal road ride height mode at the second. But just look at those two, look at those, look at the specs, look at how much variety there is between them based on the same car, but MSO making it possible as well to completely customize and make them totally unique. Given that we're here with both of the cars, it would be wrong not to start them up, particularly because the US spec ones have louder exhausts than we have back home. So Rene's going to do the honors. We will keep them both rumbling, and I suspect it's going to sound very, very good in here. So let's come forward and take a listen to the start. Wow. That kicks into life in here. That absolutely kicks into life. This car, the gloss black wheels. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
So in Europe, we have an additional muffler. These are kind of cut a little bit shorter, and the extra muffler at the bottom actually makes them quieter for our regulations. So should we fire this one up as well? It's like a startup session for the Sennas. You can hear the almost electrical type noise of the car. There's no hybrid system. Wow! Wow, wow, wow. But before we do completely overdo it inside this room, I'm actually just going to press the button up here on the roof. That's how you turn it back off. There we've got the soft close as well. Wow, that's really loud. That one is really loud.
A little bit of a difference, right?
That one is insanely loud.
Oh yeah.
Interesting, interesting. So much louder as well than Euro spec cars, which definitely I like a little bit less, but these sound truly mega. And by the way, those are the extractor fans that you're hearing. This room is set up for the purpose as your handover bay, which is really, really pretty special for customers getting the experience coming to collect a car from McLaren Palm Beach. The actually really interesting thing about that is this car hasn't done any road mileage. That car has been taken out for a few test miles on the road, so I think the difference in sound comes actually from the simple fact that that's basically never ever been driven. Well, in fact, both of the cars, we're talking incredibly low miles. They are brand new, ready now to be taken home. Of course, the owner's going to be driving them out, and in fact, their first outing is going to be at the Palm Beach Cars and Coffee, which I'm going to be attending as well, where we will see these again, but nonetheless, coming today to see the collection of 2 Sennas together, not one, but 2. I think I'm quite lucky to have been to a number of Senna collection days, including my own, but seeing these specs, some highly MSO'd specs. So a big thanks to the owners for allowing me to come along and film with the cars. A big thanks to Rene as well for showing us around here at McLaren Palm Beach. But that's it for this time. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, guys. I appreciate your support an awful lot, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Cheers.